Good evening from Yami BTV. You lot sending loads of love to you all as usual. Now, before I get into the female member of staff appearing at a magistrate court today, charged with misconduct by way of inappropriate behaviour in a sexual element or way with a prison inmate, right? That's all. Not charged with bringing nothing in and all that, but we'll get to that in a minute. And comparisons with recent cases of similar things or a bit more what happens to them, right? Some of you men, right? And I'm a man too. There's 100 thumbs up. I wouldn't normally allow this in my comments, but it's rightly being pointed out to me that one of you saying that a woman is only yours and it's only basically you're saying that your outlook and perspective on women is it's only your turn at that time, meaning that the majority of ladies, they're not to be trusted, basically. That's what you're saying, right? Hold on 1 minute. Isn't that the same for both ways, though, for males as well? And there's many women out here that can be trusted. There's always been cheating since the beginning of time, since the world began, from both sides. But it's a really sweeping statement. And what surprises me is there's 100 thumbs up. I suggest that maybe the thumbs up are all male that have been hurt by females cheating in the way that the prison officer at Wandsworth did to her husband, basically. Yeah, but there's probably hundreds of thousands of women that will say the same about us. It's not a good statement to make. It's not, oh, it's just your turn and all that. I stand by this, that it's probably based on experiences that every individual has had by way of ladies with men or men with females and left hurt by those feelings. It could leave you with a kind of clouded view that all women are the same. And I say the same to you ladies, even though you haven't said that kind of stuff on Yami BTV, but you're lucky I left it up there, all right? Because I let everybody have their opinions, but it's not a good statement to make, okay? So the female officer from prison turns up in court today and it gets remanded to the 29th, right, at Isleworth Crown Court. So it will be going to Crown Court. She's been placed on conditional bail where she has to reside at an address. She surrenders her passport so she can't leg it and all that, right? But remember, she's only charged with charges having intimate sexual relationships with a prison inmate. Not bringing contraband in. She hasn't. So many have asked me if she will go to prison, etc., etc. Last week, or the week before, a few days ago, a female member of staff at altcourse prison by the name of Kate Southern, right, went to the Crown Court, pleaded guilty to bringing in food and drinks for an inmate, right? So she gets charged with misconduct in that way. Also, he sent her money on the outside for flowers and hotels, stays and that kind of stuff. So a serious breach there. Now, did she bring stuff in for him? Did she have sex with him? No. Well, we've got to say no because she hasn't been charged with those things. There might have been a likelihood or a suggestion, but that's not what the evidence was in court. Her sentence, Miss Southern, for bringing that stuff in was 16 months in prison to be suspended for 2 years. And she got a little bit of community service as well. Now, a suspended sentence for, no, it's not everybody that knows true crime. And they will ask me the questions and I will deliver properly and break it down in the way that I do. Suspended sentence is the next step, the millimetre away from going to prison. We know that female members of staff have brought drugs in before and gone to prison. And the likelihood if she was bringing drugs in or found guilty or pleaded guilty, she would have gone to prison. So the minute kind of, not minute because it's very serious to commit these kind of crimes, especially when you're in a job of that nature, she gets a suspended sentence, right? What's the difference then? between her and the female officer at Wandsworth. I say there's a big difference because the female officer at Wandsworth hasn't brought anything in. I say it's a lesser misconduct charge, and wait till you hear. Wait till you hear what her defence is going to be. Is she going to plead guilty to that charge, or is there a defence coming? So let's wait and see. Let's not set the cat amongst the pigeons, right? Can't let out everything that I know, right? In history, as far as I know, in history, no female prison officer in England has gone to prison on a misconduct of having sex alone without bringing stuff in. Maybe one or two. I asked some of you to look. I'm being told none, but obviously loads for bringing stuff in, right? Did you know that before the events took place? Will they make an example of her? Let's wait and see. But there's something funny happening here. I know. But she appears on the 29th at Isleworth Crown Court. It goes to Crown Court. But it's going to be very interesting. I'm just answering the many messages that I'm getting in about what the likelihood is and whatnot and all that. So I might be up later on. Right, I'm going TikTok now.